The Raptors with a singular focus as they get off the team bus, looking to lock down a valuable win on the road. Hi everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Hey Allie.
Well, the Warriors had an unusual opportunity, retain a championship core while adding star-caliber youngsters. To maximize their success, the team has invested heavily in player development. That requires some changes in the coaching staff, but Brian, the new energy and the ideas have been a positive.
All right, Allie, thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. And it's Anunoby in at the three. And for the Warriors, all three shooters are out there. The splash triplets, Curry, Clay, and Poole. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Curry against Van Vliet. Pass to Green. Poole outside. Here's the three. And Anunoby pulls it down. Now the Raptors with it. Now here's Barnes. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Poole shot is off. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Van Vliet. Left side Barnes. With the fadeaway. Doesn't go for him. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Barnes. Siakam, the pass to Anunoby. 11 feet out. Second chance effort. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Toronto the rebound. Outside Anunoby. And Siakam with the slam.
Wow. Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Green. Drops in the layup for two.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. It's Barnes on the wing. Trent with it. The shot, no good. Oh, some solid defense from Poole. Wiggins passes to Curry. Thompson outside. This one for three. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. The Raptors with a lead.
Man, 941 days away from being on the floor. That had to be so difficult for Klay Thompson. You think about his contributions last year in the finals run, and I don't think he was ever fully healthy. But it's so great for the Warriors and their trio to have Klay back on the court.
Clock is at 3 from deep. Warriors with the rebound. And a deep three from Curry. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And during his return from a torn ACL and a torn Achilles, Klay was his own harshest critic.
Well, really tough to be away that long, BA, and the emotions, the thoughts that go through your head about regaining your form, being an elite player once again. And that doesn't just come from you. You got to have a great team around you, and that goes for the physicians, teammates, the coaching staff, and the front office to get Klay back to where he was in the finals last year.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by the Raptors. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins from long range. The shot no good, and Toronto will go the other way with it. Outside Barnes. To the middle. Here's Siakam. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Siakam's got his second basket.
A long swing player. Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. Warriors will go with a different look here. Wiseman, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Looney comes in for Wiggins. Kuminga, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's DiVincenzo in for Poole. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Shoots from the right block, and he can't bank that one in. The Raptors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter.
Yeah, you know, after a couple down years with key players injured, it's safe to say the Golden State Warriors are back.
Here's Flynn. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. The Warriors trailing. A minute and a half left in the first quarter of the game. Wiseman finds Kuminga. Outside Curry from deep. Second shot opportunity and rejected. Pass to Flynn. Back to Mikhailuk. Outside for Porter. Birch with a screen on Curry. Here's Porter. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's Curry. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Inside, here's Wiseman, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
And that's a superb pass coming from Curry that time. Just scanned the floor and found the guy for a clean look.
Here's Flynn. Outside Porter. Puts up a three. They grab their own miss. Fires the three. Here's Birch. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Curry. Fires from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Porter against Kuminga. Outside Porter. There's a screen by Birch. Another miss by Porter. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Raptors out in front, up 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green. Then it's Klay Thompson. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Now here's Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Maybe a little false confidence there. Not a high percentage shot for him.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now here's Wiggins. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. DiVincenzo, pass to Thompson. Down low, stolen by Siakam. Pass to Van Vliet, launches it. It doesn't go for him. The Warriors go the other way with it. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Now here's Anunoby. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Back to Van Vliet. The 3-ball. That shot is off. The Warriors shooting just 21% from the floor. DiVincenzo finds Green. Back to DiVincenzo. Outside Kuminga. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got 8 points.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
DiVincenzo, pass to Thompson. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Thompson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's Barnes on the wing. Shoots over Wiggins. Barnes, it's good. 10 points for him.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Wiggins. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thompson outside. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Kuminga for three. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
Really enjoy his work on the inside. The D was there, but helpless.
Pass to Green. Wiggins outside. Out to the wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Kuminga with a screen on Van Vliet. DiVincenzo, pass to Kuminga. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Poole, he's checked in for the Warriors. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. The Raptors have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Pass to Siakam. And there's 1:38 left in the second quarter. And here's Van Vliet. He shoots over DiVincenzo. No good off the glass.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Thompson against Anunoby. Thompson passes to Green. Poole outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Van Vliet with some nice D. The Raptors with a lead. Fires from deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Green. A shot to stop the drought. Up top, DiVincenzo. And here's Poole, guarded by Trent. Goes back up. And the bucket is good from Poole in deep. Poole's got his first points of the game.
Poole does a great job there, just extending and using his length to have an advantage on that shot.
Van Vliet with it. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. From deep. And so it's the Toronto Raptors closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away, and so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Now here's Curry. And here's Thompson for three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. Thompson's got 6.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're surprised that Klay Thompson racked up 3 more points.
It's Barnes on the wing. He's found his rhythm, 7 for 10 and counting.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day. And after winning MVP honors in 2015, Steph Curry was even better in 2016, taking home another MVP award, going back-to-back.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 14. Outside Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Trent outside. Pass to Barnes. Over Green. The Warriors pull it in. And that 2016 MVP year for Curry, Grant, one of the best regular seasons ever.
Oh, so true, B.A. Think about this. The Warriors winning an NBA record 73 games. Steph shattering the three-pointers made record, over 400 for the season. Also leading the league in steals. Steph in 15-16, something else, guys.
Now here's Siakam. Shoots over Thompson. They get it back. Here's Trent. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Barnes in the post. He's covered by Curry. Barnes, no good. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Wiggins. No good that time. Trent with the defensive effort. Barnes passes to Van Vliet. Back to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Golden State calls timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Make some changes. Wiseman, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Looney comes in for Wiggins, and it's Kuminga in for Thompson. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Curry passes to Wiseman. Fades and shoots. And he can't get that one. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Pass to Flynn. Birch with a screen on Curry. Birch, high post. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 12-point Raptor lead. Golden State is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Wiseman pass to Curry. They need this. And he lays it up and in.
Steph been working hard on the inside that time to get his shot.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Here's Flynn. He's covered by Curry. There's a screen by Birch. Flynn. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on James Wiseman. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Toronto.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Warriors making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Warriors have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. The 3 from Curry. Achua with the rebound.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
1:41 left in the third. Pass to Porter. Now Birch, guarded by Wiseman. 4 on the clock. Here's Porter. And from 16 feet away, he cans it. Porter's got his first points of the night.
He's got a nice feel for his jump shot, and Porter's developed the confidence to make it a true weapon for him.
Wiseman with it. He's guarded by Birch. Now Curry. There's a screen by Kuminga. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. Curry's got 7 points.
This is why Steph Curry is virtually unguardable. When he's sinking those kind of shots, it just devastates you defensively.
Here's Flynn. Here's Birch. And he converts the layup. Birch has got 4 points this quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And the basket by Looney.
I don't know what you do there on the pick and roll. You're so worried about Steph, he ends up moving the ball to get points.
Here's Flynn. He's defended by Looney. And that one's good. Flynn.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Now here's Curry, guarded closely. Pass to DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. That shot missing. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the wings, it's Poole and Thompson. Green out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. Green finds DiVincenzo. Wiggins outside, and here's Thompson for three. Rebounded by Trent.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Barnes. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
DiVincenzo, pass to Poole. Van Vliet against DiVincenzo. Green with a screen on Van Vliet. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Raptors shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Barnes against Wiggins. From 9 feet. That one rolls around and rims out. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Another shot. And Anunoby pulls it down. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Trent against Poole. And here's Thompson for three. And again, it's the Warriors missing for Toronto. They've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Barnes against Wiggins. Barnes in the post. Shoots over Wiggins. Barnes, no good. The Warriors have got nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. Wiggins outside. Poole for three. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got his 6th rebound on the night. Anunoby passes to Barnes. Warriors with the rebound. Pass to Poole. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Knocks down the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Anunoby. Back to Trent. Van Vliet outside. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Golden State has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Poole from long range. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got 7 rebounds in the game. Thompson against Barnes. Van Vliet up top. Back to Barnes. Over Green. Barnes, no good. And the Warriors shooting just around 26% for the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Green with a screen on Anunoby. Here's Thompson. The jumper from the wing off target. And for the Raptors, they're shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. Barnes against Thompson. Barnes passes to Trent. Now Van Vliet from deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Green with a screen on Anunoby. Back to Thompson. Pass to Green. Stolen by Siakam. Barnes against DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Trent finds Barnes. Now here's Anunoby. Tries to snap the cold streak. And again, Toronto no good. 1:05 left in the game.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Raptors.
And as we see the game wind down, you have to remember all the second chance buckets this team put on the board.
They definitely won it with their offensive rebounding. We watched them attack the ball and turn misses into makes all game long.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Scotty Barnes.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. 17 points was their biggest margin. Van Vliet, the pass to Barnes. There's the double team with Wiggins. Here's Siakam. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 14.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And as we leave, we give you our New Balance Player of the Game, Scotty Barnes.